Pause here for a moment. Do not let your thumb carry you away. Something in you already knows this message is not random. You felt it before you understood it. A subtle pull. A quiet urgency. A whisper that said, "Listen. I am speaking to you now in a way that feels almost too precise to be coincidence. And you must hear this fully. Someone is warning you. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Not in a way that causes chaos. But quietly. Carefully. Repeatedly. And it concerns a person whose name begins with the letter M. Before you dismiss this, before you tell yourself this is imagination, notice what just happened inside you. A name surfaced, didn't it? Instantly. You didn't have to search for it. It rose up like it had been waiting. That is not an accident. I have been trying to get your attention about this for some time now. Through dreams you barely remember. Through sudden shifts in mood when this person enters the room. Through subtle tension in your body that you brushed aside. Through conversations where something felt off, but you chose peace over confrontation. But peace built on denial is not peace. It is postponement. You have a compassionate heart. You always try to see the good in others. You justify. You rationalize. You tell yourself they didn't mean it that way. You convince yourself you're overthinking. You are not overthinking. There is a reason your spirit tightens when their name appears on your screen. There is a reason your energy feels slightly drained after interacting with them. There is a reason certain opportunities seem to shift the moment you shared them with this person. You sensed it. You just didn't want to believe it. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. The warning has not come as thunder. It has come as intuition. And intuition is one of the languages I use most with you. But here is where it deepens. The warning is not simply that this person whose name begins with M is against you. It is more layered than that. More complex. More human. They are struggling with something you cannot see. Jealousy has been growing in them, not loud, explosive jealousy, but quiet comparison. The kind that smiles at you while measuring itself against you. The kind that says, "I'm proud of you," yet secretly wonders why it isn't them. You have been accelerating lately. Spiritually. Emotionally. Even if your outer world doesn't fully reflect it yet, your inner world has transformed. You are becoming more confident. More aligned. More clear about your boundaries. And not everyone around you benefits from your growth. Some people were comfortable when you were uncertain. When you doubted yourself. When you needed validation. But now you are rising into discernment. And that shift unsettles those who quietly relied on your smaller version. This person, this M, does not wake up planning harm. That is what makes this difficult. Their conflict is internal. They admire you and resent you at the same time. They care about you and compete with you at the same time. They support you publicly but question you privately. And energy does not lie. You have felt the contradiction. There was a moment recently, think carefully, when they responded to your good news with a delay. A slight pause too long. A smile that didn't quite reach the eyes. A change in subject. You noticed. You brushed it off. But your spirit marked it. That was not paranoia. That was perception. But this warning is not simply about emotional discomfort. There is something forming beneath the surface. Words have been spoken about you when you were not present. Not cruel words shouted in anger. Softer words. Suggestive words. Seeds of doubt planted subtly in conversations with others. Questions framed as concern. Observations framed as worry. I just hope they're not moving too fast. I don't know if they're ready for that. I just want what's best for them. On the surface, it sounds protective. Beneath the surface, it redirects confidence away from you. And here is the twist you did not expect. They may not even realize they are doing it. Unhealed insecurity can disguise itself as concern. This is why the warning has come gently. Because this situation requires wisdom, not reaction. You must not confront impulsively. You must not accuse emotionally. You must not expose what is still revealing itself. Instead, you must observe. Watch patterns. Notice how information flows after you share it with them. Notice who suddenly seems hesitant around you. Notice opportunities that stall after certain conversations. There is a thread connecting these things. And yet, do not let your heart harden. Because here is the deeper revelation, this connection was not placed in your life randomly either. There is history here. Perhaps loyalty. Shared memories. Shared struggles. This is why your spirit resisted the warning. You value connection. You do not discard people easily. But growth demands clarity. And clarity sometimes feels like betrayal, especially when it involves someone whose name begins with M. Now listen carefully. The warning is not telling you to cut them off immediately. It is telling you to stop being spiritually transparent with them. Not everyone deserves full access to your vision. You have been sharing dreams too early. Plans too soon. Vulnerabilities too openly. And while your openness is beautiful, it requires discernment. Protect what is forming. There is something developing in your life right now, something fragile but powerful. A new direction. A new level. A new opportunity. It has not fully surfaced yet. That is why this message is urgent. If exposed to the wrong energy at the wrong time, it could be delayed. Not destroyed. But delayed. And you have already waited long enough. Do you remember the disappointment from months ago? The plan that almost materialized but slipped through? Revisit it now. Who knew about it beforehand? You are beginning to see the pattern. This is not superstition. This is energetic alignment. When someone harbors mixed intentions, even unconsciously, it creates interference. Your life is entering a season of acceleration. And acceleration requires lighter weight. Cleaner connections. Clearer boundaries. This M is standing at a crossroads in your story. Either they evolve with you, or they distance themselves naturally when your access decreases. But here is what you must not do: do not attempt to save them from their own insecurity. That is not your assignment. You are not responsible for managing how your growth makes others feel. You are responsible for honoring the elevation I am guiding you toward. and something significant is about to shift. Very soon, this person will test a boundary without realizing it is a test. It will seem small, casual, a request for information, an invitation into your plans, a probing question about something you have not yet announced. Your response in that moment will determine the next chapter. If you overshare again, the cycle continues. If you pause, if you smile, if you give a gentle but incomplete answer, you change the pattern. This is about spiritual maturity. Now here is the part that may surprise you most. They are not your enemy. But they are not currently safe for your expansion. There is a difference. And you must learn it. Because greater doors are opening. People aligned with your frequency are being positioned to enter your life. Collaborators, supporters, mentors, partners. But they cannot fully connect if your energy is entangled in subtle tension. Something must be adjusted. You have been feeling restless lately. Slightly irritable without clear cause. Questioning yourself more than usual. That is not random. Prolonged exposure to quiet comparison creates energetic fatigue. You were never meant to shrink to keep others comfortable. You were meant to shine, and trust that those meant for you will celebrate without hesitation. Now take a breath. The name is still in your mind, isn't it? Good. Do not confront them yet. Instead, begin withdrawing access strategically. Not affection. Not kindness. Access. Share less. Observe more. Pray quietly. Strengthen boundaries invisibly. And watch what shifts. Because when access decreases, true intentions surface. If they lean in with genuine support and self-awareness, there is room for healing. If they react with subtle agitation, guilt, or manipulation, the truth will reveal itself without you forcing it. You do not need drama to confirm discernment. And this is only the beginning of what you must understand. There is something else connected to this person, something you have not yet discovered. A piece of information. A conversation. A decision being contemplated that directly involves you. It has not unfolded yet. But it will. And when it does, everything you are feeling right now will make sense in a way that sends chills through you. The warning was never about fear. It was preparation. Stay with me. Because in the next part of this message, I will reveal what is about to surface. And why the timing of this revelation will change how you see this person forever. Do not look away now. My beloved child. You felt it, didn't you? That subtle tightening in your chest when I told you something is about to surface. That was not anxiety. That was recognition. Your spirit already sensed that what has been hidden cannot remain concealed much longer. Listen carefully now. The person whose name begins with M is standing in a quiet crossroads of decision. Not a dramatic one. Not a public one. But a private internal choice that involves you more than you realize. And what has been hidden is not just emotion. It is influence. There is a conversation that either has happened recently or is about to happen, one that includes your name when you are not present. It will not be explosive. It will be framed as guidance, as perspective, as harmless commentary. But it will shape how someone else sees you. You may wonder, why would they do that? Because when someone feels left behind by your growth, they instinctively attempt to level the ground. Not always through direct sabotage. Sometimes through subtle reframing. They may question your readiness. They may suggest you are changing. They may imply you are becoming distant. They may say they miss the old you. But the old you was smaller. And here is the deeper truth you must absorb. They are afraid that your elevation will remove you from their orbit. And fear makes people do strange things. Not evil things. Not monstrous things. But protective things. Defensive things. Controlling things disguised as concern. There is a specific opportunity circling your life right now. It may involve work, leadership, partnership, relocation, creative expansion, or even a new relationship. You have not fully stepped into it yet. You are still considering it. Still weighing it. Still quietly nurturing it. And somehow, M has sensed it. Even if you have not shared every detail. Energy shifts before words do. They can feel you pulling toward something greater. And instead of celebrating fully, a silent resistance is forming. Here is the first major reveal you must prepare your heart for. This person may attempt to influence someone connected to your next opportunity. Not aggressively. Not obviously. But through tone. Through suggestion. Through carefully placed doubt. It may sound like, I just hope they're not overwhelmed. They've been going through a lot lately. I don't know if they're fully ready. Do you see how subtle that is? It sounds caring. But it redirects confidence away from you. And the reason I am telling you this now is not so you become suspicious of every word spoken around you. It is so you become anchored in yourself. Because if doubt is planted externally, it will only grow if it finds internal soil. And lately, you have had moments of self-doubt. Moments where you questioned whether you are truly ready. Moments where you wondered if you are moving too fast. Moments where you almost shrank yourself to maintain harmony. Those thoughts did not originate solely within you. Influence travels energetically. Now pause. Let your breathing slow. You are not under attack. You are in transition. And transitions reveal who is aligned with your next level, and who was assigned only to your previous one. Here is where the hidden layer deepens. This is not the first time something like this has occurred around you. Think back. A previous opportunity. A former friendship. A past relationship. A time when momentum seemed to stall unexpectedly. Was M present then too? You are beginning to connect the pattern. But here is what you did not know until now. There is information that will reach you soon. You will overhear something. Or someone will mention a conversation casually. Or a message will be shown to you unintentionally. Or a shift in someone's behavior will reveal what was said. It will not be dramatic. But it will confirm your intuition with unsettling clarity. And when that moment comes, you must not react impulsively. Because the second major reveal is this. Their hidden action is not rooted in hatred. It is rooted in fear of abandonment. They sense you are outgrowing the dynamic you once shared. Perhaps you were the one who needed reassurance before. Perhaps you were the one seeking guidance. Perhaps you leaned on them more heavily. But now, you are standing on your own. Your confidence is quieter. Your discernment is sharper. Your energy is less available for chaos. And this shift threatens the balance they were comfortable with. There is something they have not told you. They feel replaceable. They feel that new people entering your life will diminish their importance. And instead of expressing that vulnerability directly, they are attempting to secure their position indirectly. Control feels safer than confession. Now here is where the story takes another turn. You are not meant to expose them publicly. You are not meant to shame them. You are not meant to destroy the bridge. You are meant to adjust the access. Because very soon, a defining moment will occur. You will be faced with a choice. Reveal your next step openly to them. Or move quietly. If you choose to reveal everything prematurely, you may feel immediate relief. It may even feel bonding. But it will invite commentary that subtly destabilizes your clarity. If you choose strategic silence, you will feel temporary discomfort, but long-term strength. This is your spiritual test. And you are ready for it. There is another hidden truth you must understand. M is watching you more closely than you realize. They monitor your tone, your schedule, your new connections, your shifts in behavior. Not obsessively, but attentively. Because they are trying to measure whether they still hold the same place in your world. And this is where compassion and wisdom must coexist within you. You cannot carry their insecurity for them. You cannot slow your destiny to reassure their comfort. But you can respond with grace instead of hostility. Because the final reveal of this chapter is not about what they will do. It is about who you are becoming. The real danger was never their words. It was your tendency to ignore your intuition to keep peace. That era is ending. You are stepping into discernment without guilt. Boundaries without apology. Growth without explanation. And when the hidden information reaches you, and it will, you will not feel rage. You will feel confirmation. A quiet, almost sacred confirmation that your spirit was guiding you correctly all along. And in that moment, you will understand something profound. Not everyone who walks beside you is assigned to walk with you into the next season. Some are companions for preparation. Some are catalysts for growth. Some are mirrors showing you where you once were. And some, like this M, are standing at the edge of transformation themselves. They will either confront their insecurity and rise, or distance themselves when they realize you no longer shrink. But there is one more layer still concealed. Something connected to timing. The conversation that exposes the truth will happen close to a breakthrough in your life. Almost simultaneously. As if the universe is separating alignment from misalignment in one sweeping motion. A door will open. And a mask will slip. The two events will feel connected, because they are. When you step forward boldly, hidden resistance reveals itself. And that is not loss. That is purification. Prepare yourself. Strengthen your inner certainty. Because in the next unfolding moment of your story, you will be given evidence, not suspicion, not theory, but evidence, that confirms everything your spirit has been whispering. And when that happens, you must remember this message. Do not confront in anger. Do not announce your awareness. Do not expose the warning you received. Simply adjust. Simply elevate. Simply move differently. Because the greatest response to subtle sabotage is undeniable success. And you are closer to that success than you think. Very soon, you will face the choice. Very soon, the hidden conversation will surface. Very soon, you will see clearly who celebrates you without condition, and who celebrates only when you remain small. Stay alert. Stay calm. And above all, trust what you feel. Because what is about to be revealed will not only show you who M truly is. It will show you who you have finally become.